let you know about myself, I've had a couple girlfriends in my life, but there is one special girlfriend that I had a long time ago when I was in college. Let's see, her name is, give me a name. Mary. Mary was my very special friend. We went together. It was awesome. Everything that we did, because she was my girlfriend. And everything that I do is awesome. Enough about me. We were in like a one-year relationship in college, so pretty much know what was going on and everything. But after I left college, I lived in a house with all my friends, and I became pretty much a bum. Like I would go play basketball from 12 to 7. I didn't have a job, so first bum move right there. But back then, now it's like, you know, cool. But she was like the perfect girlfriend because she stuck by me. She said, you know, she bought me stuff. She paid my phone bill. I didn't have a bed where I was living at because I was living with all my guy friends. I lived in the living room, which sucked. But I lived in the living room, and I lived on the sofa. I also lived in the basement, kind of, but somebody else lived down there. We kind of lived together, but like he would do what the last guy was talking about in his last storytelling thing, and I didn't like being down there for that, so I just kind of like stayed in the living room with the ferrets. We had ferrets. But I'm trying to tell you about Mary. Mary was my, you know, that was my girl. I still talk to her. But everybody doesn't know why I still talk to her because of the story I'm about to tell you. Okay, so I decided that I was a bum. All I did was play basketball. All I do is just hang in the house, play basketball, on the internet, play NBA Jam, play NBA Live, play NBA Ham Time, go play basketball. And then, you know, I had a girlfriend. She'd come over, we'd go out. She would pay because I had no money because I was a bum, you know. She drove her car up because I didn't have a car from DC. I was in Baltimore at the time. You know, she'd come up from DC and like always take care of me. And then one day I woke up and said, I don't feel like a man anymore. I don't feel like I'm doing my part of the relationship. I basically play basketball and have a girlfriend that takes care of me. It's like a role reversal. It's like she should be shopping and I should be taking care of her. Yeah, single. So she's doing all this stuff for me. So as you know, ladies, she is very much liking me and into me for her to be doing this, knowing my history. And I decided one day that I was going to dump her. You know, like, she does all this stuff for me. It makes sense to get rid of her because I don't do anything for her. Yeah, it's foolish, right? And I came to find out it was foolish because her and I talked about it on the phone because she paid my phone bill. And she was very upset. So the next day she drove up from DC to Baltimore, 45 minutes, and she came to the house and wanted to talk. But she wanted to talk over dinner. She took me to like the Cheesecake Factory, you know. We had a nice big dinner. She said, order anything you want. And I really didn't want to go because I was like, you know, like I just jumped you like 18 hours ago. Like, not 18, like, you know, the next day. So I was like, all right, I'll go because I was hungry. Man. I need food. So we go out and she's like, you know, we eat the meal. It was great. And she's like, see, look at all the stuff I do for you. I gotta hurry up. Okay. Look at all the stuff I do for you. I take you out, I treat you nice, like, why would you dump me? And like, instead of saying like, I don't feel like a man, or I don't feel like I'm doing my part, I said, I'm just kind of bored with you. And I just don't want to do this anymore because I don't feel like we're going anywhere. So, she left and went to the bathroom. Women, you know what she did. She cried her eyeballs out. She told me 8 years later. She cried her eyes out, and I felt like real bad about that when I heard about it 8 years later. But at the time, I was like, man, I'm stuffed. I was fucking man. So she drives me home, of course, because I am. Drives me home, And then she's like, so we're not together. And I'm like, yeah, you know, like I told you yesterday, I told you today, like we're done. You know, it's over, man. Like, fucking done. And she's like, all right. And I made the mistake of walking in front of the car. And let me tell you, I had to like jump back. And I was like, whoa, you know, like, whoa, whoa. And she really tried to cut me off. And I really had to like, I was like, she comes up on the curb. And then like my roommates come out, you know, what they were doing, you know. And they're like, yo, what's going on? And she like looks up and like speeds off. And then I was like, wow, that's love. That's. And I learned what love was that night. We're really good friends now. It's all very funny between us. It's a very true story, but nobody can understand why we still talk to each other because they always say, isn't that the girl that tried to kill you? We're really good friends.